Hey guys, welcome back to Devine Magic. Right, we're going to learn the practical application now of the principles. So how to actually apply the principles in your life, right? Rather than just telling you about them, how do we actually apply them in our life, okay? Which is very important. So I'm going to be studying it with you. Okay, so sacred principle number 1 is the principle of mentalism. Okay, so the universe and everything is continually growing, moving and changing. Everything is moving, everything is changing, nothing is permanent. Okay, but the underlying power is called the all. So the all is everything. The all is the creator. The all is, if you call it God, it encompasses everything, right? The all is the divine wisdom. We also call that spirit. Okay, so it's unchangeable. All right, and basically in the Kabbalion you've got 4 chapters that are here for this first principle, which is the principle of mentalism. Okay, so it's basically trying to explain to us the all is unchangeable, but what's inside the universe is changing, which means that you can change things in your life. You can change things, you can manifest, right? If you tap into the all, into spirit, you can create universes for yourself, okay? Right. Under and back of the universe of time, space and change is ever to be found the substantial reality. Right? Nothing really is, but everything is becoming and changing. So the first principle is telling you that everything can be changed, but the all cannot be changed. So spirit will stay the same. Okay? The all will stay the same. The all must be immutable and unchangeable, since there is no force outside of it to affect change. It cannot be subtracted, it cannot be added, okay? The all must be infinite, right? Since the all is infinite, absolute, eternal, and unchangeable, we can deduct with reason that anything that is changeable cannot be the all, but that's what we're saying. You're not going to change God and spirit, you're going to use it in some way, in a positive way, to manifest. Okay, the all is not matter or mere energy, since nothing can rise higher than its source. Okay, so the mental universe, it explains it, for example, the way it explains it. Okay, the all is Shakespeare, like the all is the author that writes the book. So for example, Shakespeare, now he wrote all these plays. However, Hamlet and King Lear and Romeo and Juliet, they are characters, okay? They are universes within the all. So they are not the all, but they are part of it. Does that make sense? And that's how you manifest. You manifest by connecting to this superpower that is the all. It's like you plug into it. I remember when I did some Brahma Kumaris, they said, when you plug into spirit, it's like literally plugging yourself into the power, then you can create the universes, then you can manifest. Okay, so if you're a writer, you are the all that is writing your characters, okay? Your characters are not the all. They are just characters that you've created. So that's the first principle here. And I hope that makes perfect sense, because it does to me. Okay, it makes perfect sense to me. Right, so that's basically principle number 1. Okay, I want to go through the principles, the all in all. Right, so that's what we just said. When an author creates a character such as Shakespeare's Romeo, part of the author is in the character. In the same way, part of the creator is in each of us. Yet, just as Romeo isn't entirely Shakespeare, neither are we entirely the creator. Okay? We retain some part of us, but we are not entirely the creator. So the way you use this to manifest is you plug yourself into the all. You plug yourself into the power of spirit in order to manifest, in order to create. Does that make sense? Because this is what I'm getting from this, okay? So, the lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding, believing that even his advanced students did not possess the necessary understanding. At any rate, if Hermes possessed the secret, he didn't impart of it. If the question is all answerable, the Hermetic truth applies. While all is in the all, it is equally true that the all is in all. To him who truly understands this had come great knowledge, okay? All is in the all, so the all is complete, spirit is complete, and all and everything, you know, it's like Unity said, it's omnitable. It goes on forever. It's a power greater than yourself. It is the all, right? The all is in everything, right? So spirit is in everything, but you are not everything. You are only part of that everything, okay? A bit like, as I said, as an author that writes a book. Okay, so that's the first principle of manifesting. You have to connect to the all, and the all is the spiritual energy that you connect to in order to manifest. You cannot manifest without connecting to spirit or connecting to all that is, because you need to tap into it, and we're going to look in a minute at all the different ways that you can manifest and what kind of vibration. The all's vibration is pure light, balance, love, and all the things and focus that you need in order to manifest. You need to be in the energy of the all. You need to be in the energy of right up there on the lever. Remember, we're going to talk about that in a minute. So, sacred principle number 2 is the principle of correspondence. Okay? Right, so correspondence refers to 3 levels of existence: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Now, each plane vibrates at different rates, and these vibrational differences are the only distinguishing factors between planes. Otherwise, all 3 planes, they're all part of the all, okay? So you have the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all the subcategories, it doesn't matter, right? Because the point is to actually take this and dissect it. Okay, you've got, every plane has got lots of other smaller planes to it. Okay, but the planes, so the plane of matter, for example, the physical, solid, liquids, gases, okay? And then you move on to and then you've got the ethereal substances. And then you've got the plane of energy, which is heat, light, magnetism, and electricity. And that's the spiritual plane. Okay. We don't need all of that. So then you have the above, so below principle. And that's how you manifest, okay? It's basically as above, so below, as below, so above. So all the 7 Hermetic principles, please read the book, because then I'll tell you all the principles are in there, but I'm dissecting them now. All of the 7 Hermetic principles are in full operation on every plane of existence. There is a correspondence, a harmony, and agreement between the planes. As above, so below, as below, so above. Embodies one of the greatest principles of universal phenomena. As we consider the remaining, we will clearly see the truth. Okay? So, in order to ascend, you have to be able to get from the lower vibration to the higher vibration. As above, so below. As below, so above. You have to go from a lower vibration to the higher vibration, okay? Because everything is connected. But you need to move up to a higher vibration in order to manifest. Okay, this is just the principles that I'm reading to you. Okay, so then we move from the mental to, we've moved from the mental to correspondence. You have to connect matter and spirit in order to manifest, okay? So the only way you can manifest is you're in the moment, you want to manifest something. Say you want to create, I don't know, a piece of, a car, okay? So so you're in the physical and you haven't got your cars, but you have to sit in that principle, and then you have to go into the spiritual to correspond with the above in order to create that car, okay? So principle number 3 is vibration. Everything vibrates. Everything vibrates. The all vibrates at a constant and steady high rate. So what you're aspiring to is to vibrate like the all. And it vibrates constant and steady high rate. The slowest vibrational rates are in matter, in the physical. Okay, the other planes of correspondence vibrator rates between these two extremes. So in order to manifest, you have to correspond the lower vibration to the higher vibration. Okay, so okay, every thought, emotion and desire vibrates and attracts experiences of matching vibrations. Okay, so what we're being told here, if you're vibrating at a very, very low level down here, that's all you're going to attract, okay? So let's look at that. So you say you want to attract money. If you keep going on and saying, I don't have any money, or I can't have any money, or there's a lack mentality, you cannot attract money. It's impossible, okay? Because you're not vibrating on a high enough vibration. And so you will attract the same. You will attract lack of money, okay? If you want to feel good and you keep thinking, I feel terrible, I feel ill, I feel unhappy, then that's all you're going to vibrate. If you are the kind of person that is unkind, you will only attract unkind people, and vice versa, okay? You can only attract on the level that you are. And if you think that's not true, then it is, because you need to do mirroring exercises and stuff. Just because you think someone may be nice, they may not be nice, okay? Because it's impossible. If you are on a vibration of not niceness, you will attract not niceness. It's impossible, because that's how the universe works, okay? A portion of your thought vibrations affects the minds of other people. I'm not going to go into karma and past lives and stuff. I'm just talking on a level, okay? They will mirror something in you in some way. So even if you say this person is nice and you're not in a nice vibration, that person will be either hiding something. You cannot attract anything on the different vibration if you're not on it, because it's impossible, because you cannot correspond it, as we are learning. Every thought, emotion and desire vibrate and attracts experiences of matching vibrations. If you like to attract better experiences, you must elevate your thoughts and emotions. Now, if you're continuously thinking happy thoughts, positivity, if you're continuously thinking I'm a good person and you really believe it, then you will attract that in another person. I'm not saying, you can go down and feel low and still attract good people. It depends how long you stay in that mindset. Okay? You can deliberately uplift the vibrations of those around you by elevating and radiating positive thoughts. You can also change the vibrations of material objects to attract them into your life, to fix broken items or release anything that's unwanted. This is the principle of vibration. These are physical laws. They defy gravity, time and space, and you accomplish miracles, okay? Everything, nothing rests, everything moves, and everything vibrates. The principle of vibration embodies the truth that motion is manifest in everything in the universe, okay? So the all is in a very, very high vibration. In order to manifest, you have to rise to that level of vibration. When an object vibrates fast enough, its molecules disintegrate and resolve themselves into original atoms. This is the principle of vibration. Just as a musical note may be reproduced by causing an instrument to vibrate at a certain rate, so can mental states be reproduced at will. So you're being told that you can actually change your vibration the same way as you can pick up a guitar or an instrument and play a note. You are in control of manifesting. It basically means that you just need to change your vibration the same way as you can change the vibration of a musical instrument, okay? Mental states be reproduced at will. You can control your mental state and lift your vibrations any level you choose. Every thought, emotion, reason, will, desire, mental state is accompanied by vibrations. With a little reflection, you'll see the principle of vibration underlies the wonderful phenomena and power manifested by masters who set aside natural laws. They're using one law against another to accomplish their results. They've learned to change the vibrations of material objects and energy and perform miracles. He who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power. If you understand how vibration works, then you have the power to manifest anything, okay? If you are sitting here and you're vibrating at a lower energy and want to attract, say you'd like to attract a car, you have to get into the vibration of how it would feel to sit in that wonderful car, drive it, wow. And that puts you into the all energy. And then you can attract the car. But you've been told in the same way that you can pick up a guitar and play it and vibrate, that note vibrates, you can do the same to attract what you want. The principle of polarity comes next. So we look at the mental, we looked at correspondence between the material and the all, we looked at vibration and how if you master the vibrations, you have mastered manifesting. Polarity. This is the principle of practicality. It states that everything has two polarities or extreme. Okay, so I understood this one, I can explain it. Poverty. Poverty and abundance are just two polarities of the same thing on a scale, all right? It means that it's one extreme is poverty is one extreme of not having money, and abundance is an extreme of having money, okay? Abundance, poverty, lack, and having the money, okay? So those are two extremes, polarities. In between, you have steps of how to move from poverty to the extremes. So you have to create balance, a bit like balance here. You have two polarities. So for example, we talk about bipolar, where someone can be very depressed and then they can be very elated. Now, if you swing very fast into elation, you can swing very quickly back into depression. So you're being called to have balance, but we'll move into that one in a minute. Okay, so we have the money pole here, which is prosperity at the top and poverty at the bottom, okay? It's a pole that you can follow. Also, you have the extreme of huge depression, extreme depression and elation. That if you go from one to another too fast, that will cause a terrible imbalance in you. So you have to be careful to not do that, because the further you go to one, the easier it is to go to the other, okay? So hot, heat, and cold, these are polarities, okay? You have the scale. If you worry about money or complain you don't have enough, your thoughts are toward poverty, end of the pole. Consequently, that's what you'll keep attracting. Even if you don't seem to have money, you can use the principle of polarity to improve your financial situation. In between the two polarities of hot and cold are degrees of warmth and coolness. Okay, so they're in between the opposites, hard and soft, noisy and quiet, light and dark, good and bad, love and fear. When you find one thing, you will also find the potential for its opposite. So if you are able to be poor, you're able to be rich. If you're able to manifest heat, you're able to manifest cold. And you know that basically. So this principle works by lifting your mental vibrations to a higher level to banish the undesirable and attract the desirable. For example, money. One end of the money is prosperity, where you have as much money as you could possibly desire. Poor is at the other end, where there isn't enough money to meet your needs. In between these two are countless financial situations in between poverty and prosperity. Okay? So now we're going to learn about the lever. Remember, we talked about that in the book. Please read the book, because here I'm going into more depth. The lever. Okay, so what you have is you have a lever, or a lever, and here is poverty and lack, and here is prosperity. So in order to manifest, you have to keep pushing the lever up, 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 till you get the prosperity. Okay, so you go up the scale. It's a bit like the emotional scale in Abraham, the law of attraction. You know the law of attraction, depression, you have all these different emotions, and sometimes you can't go up straight away, so you have to go very gently. So if you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself, am I in lack? So you close your eyes and you move up to just a tiny bit upwards. Ooh, I'm attracting £10 today. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, I'm going to be attracting a little bit of money today. That's nice. Until you get to where you really want to be. So if you go too quickly, it may not work. Okay, so imagine a lever sliding up and down the money pole. To attract more money, you can adjust your vibration upward by visualizing that the lever is at the highest possible location along the pole. I'm going to do a separate video just to explain the money pole. Okay, even if you're worried about money, you can mentally will the lever to move up higher. The visualization can immediately attract windfalls of prosperity, provided you monitor the lever's position to ensure it stays up there. So if it keeps falling down, you're not getting to the highest level of vibration, the all. Do you understand? You're not corresponding continuously. If you're not corresponding, you're not pushing the pole up, then you're not getting the polarity. Okay? You can also imagine a pole that controls your beliefs. Just keep your levers high to release all limiting beliefs about money as such. Okay? So everything that you desire is a pole. So it could be a happy marriage, inner peace, and just keep imagining sliding levers, a bit like sitting in a studio, in a recording studio, pushing the levers up, the sound up all the time. Okay? Okay, we'll do that separately. Everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has pairs of opposites. Like and unlike are the same, opposites are identical, but different in degrees. Extremes meet, all truths are but half-truths, all paradoxes may be reconciled. Okay, so that's polarity. And they're basically the same, so they're just opposites of each other, which means the two ends of the pole, like love is the positive to the negative hate, positive courage to negative fear, positive activity to negative non-activity, etc., etc., etc. And you can influence another's mind to elevate their mental state also. Mental induction, you can use telepathy for that. Let's say a person is depressed and filled with fear. A mental scientist uses their will to increase the vibration. So if you go to a therapist, they will be using the pole to help raise your vibration. That's what I'm trying to do here, is help raise your vibration. By looking at me smiling, hopefully that will help you today. Okay, so you can help others. Sacred Principle 5 is rhythm. I've got rhythm. Okay. The cycle of life illustrates rhythms with birth, life, death, and rebirth, ocean tides, and seasons. So let's see. The pendulum swings back and forwards between higher and lower selves. It feels as if we have no control. Okay, so again, the principle of rhythm is to do with the levers as well. Pushing the levers to have a control panel. The principle of rhythm says that in life you'll experience changes and fluctuations, but you can be like the wise sailor who stays clear. Okay, so the principle of rhythm is telling you that if you're in a sea and there's loads of waves, there's going to be waves everywhere, and your little boat is going to be, you know, jumping all over the place, moving with the wind. So you're being told that this is what could happen. So you can be like the wise sailor. You don't have to be affected by life's up and down if you just keep your mental control levers in the high positions. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swings, manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. Okay, the principle of rhythm embodies the truth that everything moves in measured motion. So if you are very depressed, as I said, you can become very elated. If you're very elated, and so you have to find balance. And so you're moving into the law of neutralization, because everything is in rhythm. The law of neutralization is like A Course in Miracles telling you to look at everything from a neutral point of view. So to create balance, you create balance. You see everything from a neutral point of view. Okay, and then you don't have to go to the extremes. All individuals who have attained any degree of self-mastery, they can accomplish this by refusing to allow their moods and negative mental states to affect them. They apply the law of neutralization. The master carries this to a much higher degree of proficiency. Through the use of will, the master attains a steady degree of poise and mental centeredness without being swung backwards and forwards. So you're going to create balance in your life and just a nice equilibrium. If you've been a creature of moods, feelings, and emotion, you can alter this and have mastery. Okay, so you create mastery by being more neutral. For example, if you got a situation with your child where you cannot solve it, like a teenager maybe, and you can't be neutral, it may be better to go and see a therapist who is neutral. Same with marriage guidance, or a friend who is neutral, because they will see things in a different light and create more balance. Okay, it's good to ask people for their advice. Then you have the law of compensation. The law of compensation, that means, yeah, if it goes too much to one direction, it'll go to the other. Okay, we said that. And so you need to be neutralized. Okay. So those are those principles. Then we've got principle number 6, the principle of cause and effect. It states that nothing happens by chance, okay? So if you say, oh, poor me, this happens to me all the time, I can't control it. No, you can control it. That is victim mode. You have to go inside and you have to look at, what did I do? How did I affect it? Because you are the cause that created the effect. You cannot have effect without cause. Okay, causes aren't creators or circumstances, they're catalysts in a long chain of them, driven by maybe your beliefs or your values. For instance, where did the belief come from? If you say, oh, my parents modeled it for me, there's still the question of where your parents acquired this belief. Okay, so you keep living your life because your parents have this belief and keep getting the same results. No, you have to change it, okay? And once you change the belief, then you get a different effect, and that's how you change your life. The 12 steps are very good for that. Step 4 takes you into all your character defect, all the things you may be doing that are not helping you in life. Like, for example, you could say, oh, people keep blocking me, or people don't like me. If you keep doing that and keep saying people do that, but then you go inside and say, I block me. I don't like me. How do I block me? How do I not like me? Okay? So that's the principle of cause and effect. And you change it. You think, oh, that's interesting. I block me. So they're only mirroring. They're only showing me where I block me. Okay? Or if people are not nice to me, that's interesting. How am I not nice to me? How am I not nice to people? You know, because there's cause and effect. And we are always in charge. We are always in charge of our lives there, okay? A conscious awareness of cause and effect combined with intention and practice helps you rise above external influences. So we're talking about taking your power back here. Observe whether your pole levers are slid downward or whether they remain upward. If you keep pushing your pole up to be a nice person, if you keep pushing the pole up to manifest, then you will manifest what it is you want. If the levers are down, you'll manifest on a lower vibration. Every cause has its effect. Effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law. Okay? So that's the cause of and effect law. The masters don't escape the causation of the higher planes. They simply work with the higher laws, and so master circumstances on the lower plane. They form a conscious part of the law instead of being its blind instruments. While they serve on the higher plane, they rule on the material plane. On the higher and lower planes, the law is always in operation. There's no such thing as chance. Everything's governed by universal law. The infinite number of laws are manifestations of the one great law, which is the all, remember? No sparrow drops unnoticed by the mind of the all. Even the hairs on our head are numbered. Everything, there's a cause and effect. There is nothing outside of law and nothing that happens contrary to it, okay? Too many people are carried along like falling stones, obedient to environment, outside influences, internal moods, and the desires and wills of others stronger than themselves. Move like the pawns on the checkerboard of life. They play their part and are laid aside after the game is over. But those who have learned self-mastery understand the rules of the game. They rise above the plane of material life, place themselves in touch with the higher powers of nature. Okay? So you can do that. You can do that to manifest what it is you want to manifest. I will do these principles separately as well, but we're going through all of them. The principle of gender. Now this is fascinating. The principle is gender, and this is number 7. This is the law of everything having a masculine and a feminine energy. And it's absolutely beautiful. You cannot manifest by being purely in feminine or purely in masculine. In order to manifest, you have to balance your feminine and your masculine, okay? So, for example, your feminine is your creativity. You want to paint, you want a drawing, but you would like that drawing to go everywhere, okay? So your feminine energy will create that drawing, will paint the drawing, will draw, will paint, will put the creativity in it, the love, the nurturing, to create this beautiful piece of art. Now the masculine will come in to set the actions, and then the actions that are grounded and focused will go out there, and the painting will be seen everywhere, and to earn money or whatever it is you need to do. That is your masculine energy. So if you only have masculine energy, you cannot create anything because it's feminine. You have to be feminine enough. You have to be gentle enough. You have to be connected to your creativity. Okay, so that's your feminine energy. If you're too feminine, you cannot have success because you don't take the action. You haven't got the actions, okay, to set the goals. Every person, thing, and situation has both masculine and feminine energies. A woman has inner male and female energy, likewise with a man. It's the same, male, female, balance throughout life, from the tiniest atoms up to the largest mountains. Atoms have masculine and feminine energies that bond to create matter. Okay, so this is really, really important. The feminine mental energy principle is me, and the masculine is I. And remember, I did something about the divine masculine being the spine, the tree, the powerful spine. If you're in a twin flame relationship, then you need to balance the me and the I, okay, both. Telepathy and other psychic phenomena can be explained and improved through the principle of gender. Telepathy occurs when the thought is sent, which is a masculine action. When the thought is sent out, that is the masculine, and then you can create telepathy with another person. By one person received, and then the feminine receives it, okay? Telepathy can further be developed through practicing receptiveness, such as asking others to help you and saying yes to gifts and offers of assistance. Often people who are physically blocked and unable to see or feel angels or psychic energies, or those who are givers, they rarely allow themselves to receive, okay? This makes them unbalanced in their male energy, and it's difficult for them to relax and become aware of the flow of spirit. People who have competitive or high-stress jobs often get overly situated in their male energy. So if you are the kind of person that can't see angels or not connected to psychic things, and you're not receiving, that means you're too much in your masculine. If you can't feel the nature and angels, and you're too stuck in your masculine, and also people who have high-stress jobs, they get stuck in their male energy. Another psychic block occurs when a person tries too hard to make something psychic happen, because the strive is male energy. Okay, the feminine energy is gentle, it's breathing, it's being receptive to love. Like if someone gives you something and accepting it with grace, that's your feminine energy. For me, like ballet is feminine and tap dancing is masculine. And I went too over the top with tap dancing and created an imbalance in the body. Okay, an imbalance of too much feminine energy is equally unhealthy, resulting in a passive personality who just observes life and doesn't do anything. It's all about balance, guys. Okay, balancing to create divine magic. So that's that one. And then we've got, that's it. That's it. Those are the principles. Those are the principles. Keeps monitoring the pole to ensure the levers are high. Check your mental control panel on the pole governing the situation. Push the levers all the way to the top. Be neutral, more neutral, and create more balance with your masculine and your feminine energies. Everything comes from the mind. Just to recap, when you vibrate in a higher frequency, then you attract higher things on a higher vibration. One way to experience consistently balanced masculine and female energies is to give and receive. So when you give, like I'm giving today, I'm giving, that is my masculine. When I receive, when you watch this or subscribe, that is me accepting the love from you. That's my feminine. Every day give something, time, money, friendly words, without any attachment to receiving praise, rewards, or gratitude. This will engage your masculine in a healthy way. Also make it a daily habit to receive, to keep your feminine energy alive. Be a gracious receiver who says thank you. So I'm saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the beauty of nature. Thank you to my health. Thank you to all the wonder, to the fact that I can do this on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's my physical, my feminine. Your inner female is quietly receptive to the whispers of divinely inspired ideas. The inner male is poised to lovingly put these ideas into action. This is beautiful. This is divine magic. You are both high priest and high priestess, wizard and sorceress. You have the power to effect great miracles and those around you. May you forever enjoy the fruits of your gifts. The possession of knowledge, unless accompanied by a manifestation and expression in action, is like the hoarding of precious metals, a vain and foolish thing. Knowledge, like wealth, is intended for use. The law of use is universal, and he who violates it suffers by reason of his conflict with natural forces. Remember, Tony Robbins says you have to have action. You have the passion, which is the passion is the feminine. Wow, to be passionate about something and to love what you do, all of that is the feminine, and then the masculine is taking the action. And that's it. Those are the principles. You must be neutralized and polarized. And then you've got the cause and effect, which you can change. You can change your life very easily when you apply that. Change your beliefs. Look at your beliefs. Look at what you learned. Always look at your responsibility. Did I upset this person? Or did I upset myself? Is that why this happened? And then you don't need to do it again. You hand it over to God, your higher power. You get into a higher vibration. The wise person falls in with the law by understanding its movements, operates it instead of being its blind slave. The skilled swimmer turns his way and that way, going and coming at will, instead of being as the log, which is carried here and there. Yet both swimmer and log, wise person and fool, are subject to law. Yet both of them, he who understands is on the road to mastery. Transmutation is a mental art. The all is mind and the universe is mental. The process of influencing your environment is accomplished by mental power. Okay, so that's how you manifest. That's how you manifest. This is taken from the book Devine Magic, which is the 7 Sacred Secrets of Manifestation, revised and edited by Doreen Virtue, read by me, Ilana Belair, here on Cosmic Hope Tarot. Please subscribe, share and like. I hope this helps you. And you can use this. If you manifest with it, please let me know. I am going to go into even more detail of each principle on a separate video. Please watch this first to get all of the knowledge, and then I will break down how to manifest money. I'll explain it a little bit better even, and whatever I'm called to do. Particularly, there will be another video about the twin flame journey, the masculine and feminine, and how important it is for humanity to have that union of the twin flames, and why it's so important. I will be channeling this next. Take care, lots of love. If you want a personal reading, it's bellairilana@gmail.com, and I will be using these principles. I hope you will, so we can manifest the world and the life that we want. Lots of love. Bye.